Hello, everybody. Welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. All right, we try to switch it up today. And Jamal loved the music, so he picked it because it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to everyone who's got a boo thing. And even those who don't, damn it. Okay, y'all. Buckle up and get ready. We are talking about Married at First Sight, Australia, season 12, episode 11 and 12. Okay, here we go. So, Jamal. Jamal, how'd you like the episode?
It was good, pure chaos, and just like I'm still trying to figure out who's lying. I went from this is why I like Australia because
Hmm.
this show you go in thinking, okay, I'm gonna root for these people. These are gonna be my people through the whole show. Blah blah blah. But then you start hearing the stories and seeing things play out, and then you add in social media as well. You're like, you know what? I wasn't feeling you. I'm still not feeling you, but I'm not completely against you right now.
Oh my God. Well, hello, everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Susan. Hi, Tracy. Welcome, welcome. All right. So let's get into this. So in episode 11, they rehash the week that was, and especially with the girls going to the intimacy workshop with Alessandra. Now it's the boys' turn, and some of them are excited to go, and some of them are scared to find out what she has in store for them. Let's see. Jamie and Billy had a great night. She's walking funny and loving it. Sierra and Billy, not so
Jamie,
much.
Jamie and
Oh,
Dave.
sorry, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie and Billy, and then Sierra.
Jamie and Dave.
No, I got this
Jamie and
man.
Dave.
I keep on calling him Billy, and I don't know
Yes.
why. And I like Dave more than Billy. Oh my god.
I mean, who doesn't at this point?
Oh my god. So Jamie and Dave had a good night. Sierra and Billy, no. She says that they kind of default to humor, but why can't she talk to him about that? She's encouraging it. I don't know.
I
She's
think with
hoping.
her,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing with this is what I know with Sierra. This is just
Mm-hmm.
my take on her.
Mm-hmm.
She she's not one to initiate things, but but she says this later on though. But so I'm jumping ahead a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's like she's not one to initiate things. Like she's one who give you the hints and wants you to follow the breadcrumbs that she didn't put out for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like she's not really a big initiator, but she's a receiver of it. She's like, once I give you the signals,
Mm-hmm.
I'm all in, I'm all for it. And what's going on with her is she is giving all of the signals, and what's happening is Billy trying for some reason being this trying to be this nice guy who's blowing her back out on day two. Um, what it's doing to her is giving her mixed signals, like, okay, sir, I see what you're working with. You blew my back out the second night, but we've done nothing else. I'm walking around here naked with no saran wrap doing cartwheels and whistling, and you're giving me nothing. So in her mind, she's thinking like, oh shit, he's
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna be a friend, and I'm not trying to be there with him like that. So, but it's that plus her insecurities are rearing their ugly head, like, oh, maybe he's just not attractive to me, which leads to other
Mm-hmm.
things, unfortunately. That's just the way I'm reading it right now.
Hi, Farmata. Welcome. I really love that you tune in to us, considering that the time zone that you're in. Trust and know, me and Jamal really appreciate you being here. Um, I wish, like, I want to know, because remember, Billy said to us in the Talking Head, he's been in a lot of relationships where they had sex too fast and it fizzled out, and he wants to do it right this time, and he wants to, build the foundation first before having sex. One, I wonder if he said that to her. And two, How is he building like a foundation first before the sex? If one, you've already had sex.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you. That's my point.
you're treating her like she's a piece of drywall and you're slapping plaster on it. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. He's treating her like a good girlfriend, and she's not saying anything. And I don't care if you're a receiver, if you're a catcher, if you're a tosser, whatever. Like, you have to speak up and say what you want in the relationship. Her sitting down there half naked with him throwing oil on her like a water painting, um, did nothing. It really
But
did nothing, because she
but
should have
remember,
said, Billy, stop joking around. I want you to like do this for me.
but thing is though, I agree with you, but I'm still going back to the point of y'all have already had sex. She's walking around in front of you butt naked pretty much all the time. What more does she need to say? I'm sorry,
No, but
Debbie.
what?
Hold on,
Uh huh.
hold
Uh
on.
huh.
You gonna sit here and tell me, like, if you in her position, walk around naked, maybe dripping in honey or some bullshit, you doing you sending all the things out there, all the things, and your
Mm-hmm.
man's not jumping on you. You not gonna be upset?
Clearly she isn't, because she's spending her whole days with somebody else. So how much is she walking around naked? I had to ask myself at the end of episode 12. See, I
Um.
was feeling her. I was feeling for her. I
Okay.
was.
Can I
But
be
you
messy
see,
though?
this is how this show does its audience. We be flipping allegiances from like the top of the episode to the bottom of the episode.
Okay, but here's the thing. Now that you said that, now I can be kind of messy on this one. So,
Mhm.
Sierra, I noticed that you didn't say you was walking around naked for Billy.
There you go.
I can say that and be messy. I'm gonna
Listen,
leave.
you
I'm gonna
you
leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there.
you need to be messy all the time, all the time, all the time. Um, but Billy, you continue thinking when it happens, it happens. It happened with somebody else. Mhm.
Well,
Then we got Morena and Tony, and it we thought they had a breakthrough with the painting. Um, Tony admits that sometimes his words aren't always right, and but he seems like one of those people that don't always say that they love you, but they show it in
yes.
actions. And I get that, but he's still going on about her eyes and her lips and whatever. He's going to try to make her smile. How about try to make her shut up? That's all I want to know.
I'm never mind. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
We
But he,
find out. Uh-huh.
but the thing is, like, she wants. I'm gonna say this, and I feel bad for saying it to a degree, but I think she needs to go through some therapy before she came on this show.
I
Cause
don't think she's had any
she's
therapy
heavily
because,
she's heavily scarred, and she's taking all her aggression out on him.
but it also feels like what was done to her, she's now projecting it on everybody else. Like, she doesn't know
Agreed.
how to communicate properly to anybody. And again,
I
that shows up in episode 12.
oh, don't it though?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Maybe in front of the window so someone else can see her naked. Tracy.
I mean, Tracy said it. Debbie, is there? Do you know if we can find out? Get like the floor plans of and see where each apartment is and who can see who and who's across from who.
You have to figure that out from
Okay,
like whenever they show the door, if they happen to show like the door, the room number, or when they go to the elevators, you can
okay,
sometimes tell which floor they're on. But I think they have them like scattered but in clumps together.
and I want
To
to know where was Sierra naked too? Was she in her apartment? Was she at the pool? I just have questions now.
Oh my God, not contaminating the pool. Hi, Steven. Okay. All right. So next we have Jackie and Ryan. They obviously did not have a good night. It ended up in a fight. Um, she says she thinks he's failing to be grateful.
She is
Uh,
she is hilarious. She is hilarious though.
oh my God. They start discussing the challenge and basically says Ryan says he's not apologizing for the photo challenge. He's just not. Um let's see what else. I think this is the first time that he tells her that she lied about her photo challenge. I was like, y'all are in this apartment doing the most. Um, he says when she doesn't get her way 100% of the time, she's unhappy. I can see that. But you making her fucking miserable. And you know what? I do agree with what she said. Happy wife, happy life. Bitch. That's why you single. Um, she thinks that Ryan doesn't listen and doesn't understand and is very stubborn. You can't change his mind. She said, what is wrong with a woman wanting constant validation? And this is where she lost me. He says, because I'm not here to fix you. And I was back on the Ryan train.
These two give you whiplash. And this is the main couple I was telling you about. Okay, so I was agreeing with Jackie last time. Like, well, then Ryan made your point, and Jackie makes. I'm like, you know what? Y'all two make me going back and forth, and I was like, wow. I was
Mhm.
Team Jackie last episode, so he came back with that one. I was like, well,
Uh-huh. Sometimes they each have good points, but when you look at it as a whole, they're both trash boxes. They both belong
well,
in the big.
yes.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so then we slide over to Athena and Adrian, and they're fighting. She's not feeling well, and he didn't clean up the kitchen, but apparently he did, but only his dirty stuff. He left all of her dirty stuff there, and he didn't take out the garbage. And that's his only task. She does everything else. So, and even that he doesn't take out the garbage like she wants him to. Um,
Okay. Unpopular
girl.
opinion. Unpopular opinion.
Mhm.
Unpopular opinion. I have no sympathy for Athena anymore. I have none. Zero. Don't care about her. Because she made all the classic mistakes. Don't
Mhm.
care. Next. Because
Again, I will go back to what she said from the beginning. She makes bad decisions and she stays in them for far too long.
I am with you. And I go back. I'm using
Hmm.
your point. I'm going to go back. She said she was growing apart from her previous partner before they had the baby.
Yes. But that's all
Done.
part and parcel of her making bad decisions
The
and staying in them too long.
Yes. Yes. Because as soon as he gave the answer he gave after the wedding, she should have wrote leave and she should have been gone. She should have been
Hmm.
gone.
Yeah,
Period.
she should have. But whenever I sit and watch her, I constantly wonder, like, why weren't you thinking like a mom back then? But I guess I don't know if they talk to these people and tell them stay in or what have you. But it's interesting that she has stayed this long with this kind of treatment. And his, some of the things that he says are very concerning for me. And then, we know the gutter talk about him being charged for domestic A,
Mm-hmm.
and he was cleared of those charges, but I don't know, where there's smoke there's fire.
Right.
I don't like him at all. I
And
just
every
don't.
in my opinion, in every lie there's a grain of truth.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is Marsha E in here? Hello, Marsha
Yes.
E. No, we haven't gone too far. Thank you, Tracy. Oh, she reminds me of someone that had a daddy that called her princess all the time. I agree, she has the eyes. Really, Susie? You think she got the crazy eyes? Thank you, Tracy. Trash. Ryan will be single for a long time the way he treats Jackie. Yeah, I don't think he knows how to be in a relationship. All of that talk about I'm a warrior and I'm here to protect my woman, and the first thing you do is drop her, and the second thing you do is step on her continuously. Get out of here. Get out of here. Um, Ryan only likes her when she can't talk. Interesting you say that because, he, well, we'll get to that shortly. Um, okay, so then we did Athena and Adrian. Now we get to the workshop. Alessandra um, has the guys in this episode. Um, and they recount what happened during the girls after the girls session. And Paul says that the rules were reversed and she took charge and it was electric. He saw that she was hesitant and not used to it, but she was all in. I was like, y'all had dessert. Just stop. Nobody cares. Tony talks about the painting exercise, and he says it was one of the best things that he's ever done. Isn't it amazing when you can hear Tony talk?
It is.
Another one that's amazing when you hear him talk, Jeff. I find he's very quiet. I got to side eye him. He says that they're in a friendship, but now they're trying to get it back to another level. And they've been taking it slow, but he says that it's moving in the right direction. They're both willing to do the work to rekindle their romance. So I listened to this and I said this was a lot of gobbledygook. I don't know what they're playing at. But anyway, next we see, oh, Billy. Oh my God. Billy says that she did the massage thing and every part of her body was touched. Touched by who? Not you.
Thank you. Thank
Not you.
you. Okay, I have
But
no
they
sympathy
didn't
for
have
Billy.
sex.
I have no sympathy for Billy. Zero, none, nada. No, 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 no. How are you the okay, okay. How are you gonna sit there and say like I'm really attracted to Sierra? I want to have sex with her. I'm trying to take it slow. This is what I was saying yesterday. When the woman is giving you the come hither or AKA I'm gonna sit on your face for like 5 minutes, you are supposed to just go with it. Forget what you want. Especially it's her fantasy night. You
Mm,
know,
not
her
him.
exactly. So I don't have any sympathy for him. He's annoying.
But you know what? What he said was good. He said he wants to have sex with Sierra, but he wants the emotions with it too.
Well,
And and
I will
and I
believe
can
that.
see that. But you already had sex with her.
Thank you. I'm always gonna go back to that point.
And like what he said, like I appreciate that. You want to have emotions with it. So why you slipped up and had sex with her so early? Like you fell into your normal pattern and now like I feel like you can't get yourself out of it. I don't know. He says it's going to happen in the very near future. He's looking for a balance. A balance of what? How much time she's spending with that other fella and then how much she's spending with
Exactly.
you? But I digress. Next we get to Ryan. Ryan says that Jackie wanted to feel like the most beautiful girl in the world and he said that she looked beautiful. When? When you told her no, you weren't going to say that because it would have been a lie. She spoon fed you what she wanted to hear and you refused. You called her a snack. Yum. You would put her hands there, your hands there. And then you look like a robot from 1960. I was just, oh my God. Um, she was talented in all these things and then he says that she pulled back and said I want to give you a chance to atone for your mistake regarding the photos and he says he wasn't going to take it back and he said the crazy eyes came out, and Billy audibly says, "What?" Ryan is laughing. The other men are like shocked. Alessandra says, "What do you mean, crazy eyes?" And he says when Jackie wants to talk about something that she's upset and she gets intense, and it didn't end on a good note. Alessandra said that Jackie was very emotional and that she wanted to feel like she was beautiful by her partner. Ryan wanted to know why they couldn't do something different. And then he proceeds to say, she gives great BJs to everyone and wanted to explain further, but thank God, Alessandra said, "Okay, now."
But so I was that confused me. That confused me, but my confusion was cleared up when Jackie told on herself at the dinner party.
Mm. But I think he was dead wrong for this. Whether or not they do it, you shouldn't be talking like that. Because he was like, she gives great effing H.
But
And I was like, that's so disrespectful.
it's disrespectful in his young mind because everybody knows you never brag on your partner ever. Because you just advertising them for other people
Yes,
to come sniff around them.
yes. It's just crazy. Like this, like, I don't think he respects any women. I just don't. They're like a commodity. And she's gone bad with the exception of that. And like Marsha E said, she's good when her mouth's full. That's so disrespectful. So disrespectful. Let's see. So the session is over, obviously. I don't remember none of them getting an assignment because their assignment was to run back and go tell their
Right.
spouses are Ryan. And I was like, oh my God, how petty. I'm glad that this showed how gossipy the men can be. But didn't you find it funny that all these men went back, with the exception of Tony, went back and told their wives what happened? The wives were outraged, the guys were outraged, but none of these wives went and told Jackie what her husband said.
It's because they're all confused by Jackie and Ryan,
Mm.
which tells me that none of them are friends with Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Um, but hold on. Talking like she's a one night stand. That's so true. He talks like a boy. He is socially awkward, like you said yesterday. If it's not a video game, he don't know what to do. Oh my God. Hey Ryan. Just saying hi since I don't watch the show. Oh my God, this show is so hilarious. So hilarious. Um anyway, all the wives know with the exception of Morena because when Tony walks into the room, um it didn't go well.
Okay, so he comes in. He's like, here's the whole thing. He's excited to see her, gives her a kiss. He's touching her, giving her affection, which is what she
Mhm.
asked for.
Mhm.
He's excited to talk to her. Wants to talk about his day because like he felt his story was the best story about the ladies' night, blah blah blah, right? And then she hits like and boom, she hits him with the quote from a book. He's like, you know what, I can't. He's like, I
Mhm.
can't. He's like, I can't. And Miranda is so stuck in what she wants and what she needs that she's not listening to him, and that's his problem. Is that she's not listening to what his wants and needs, and he's the one seem to want too much.
He doesn't. He seems pretty easy. I wonder if his wife knows how easy he is.
Right. That could be that could be why they get divorced. Never mind.
Mm.
Just saying.
So they get into a fight. Basically, she won't let him talk. She seems to think that he wants to shut her up when all he said, "Can I get a chance to talk?" And because he got up from the couch and went into the kitchen to get a cup of coffee, she feels like he walked away. And then he was like, "Okay, well, if you think I walked away, then bye." And he ends up on the patio, I think, or did he leave the apartment? I can't
I
even
thought he
remember.
left. I thought he
He was on
left
the
the apartment.
patio.
And came, no, I thought he left the apartment and came back. That's what I thought.
I don't know why I haven't. Tony is out on the balcony relaxing. Because Marina
Mm.
started getting up in arms saying nobody stops her from talking. No one has the right to shut her down. She did it for 29 years and she's not doing it now. She leaves. She leaves. Okay, so
Okay,
she
so
leaves.
she left.
And, and Tony goes out on the balcony to hear like sirens and car horns honking.
Ah,
That's much more soothing than Miranda's voice. I don't, all because he wanted to come home and tell her about his day and what
what?
happened and the gossip and she wanted to read pages out of a book that nobody cared about but her. But good on you, girl. You lost out. She comes back and Tony says, I was so excited to tell you about what happened. And he said, just let me talk. And Lorena is like, you don't get to tell me not to talk. He says that he's sorry. He apologizes. She says she doesn't think he means it. So, oh my gosh, she's so judgmental. She's so judgmental. Oh
This
my
is why I said
god.
she. That's why I said she's extremely scarred, and
I think she
she
was
needs
like this
therapy.
in her marriage. I really do. I think her marriage made her what she is, and I think she was like this in her marriage. And this is why her ex-husband told her, "Oh, so you leaving? Um, yeah, right. Because nobody else is gonna put up with you." But
Could
good on
be.
her. Next we see it's at night. She's getting ready for bed, and she's screaming in the apartment at Tony, but Tony's not there.
Yeah, Tony's gone. Tony back at his
Tony
house.
Tony went to go and spend the night with friends or the weekend or what have you. And she is pissed. She does a video thing. Someone needs to take away her camera phone because her phone confessionals are very scary. She's in there saying, Tony, good night, Tony. Oh, that's right, you're not there. And she doesn't understand why he wants to be with everyone else, including a dog, and not her. Um,
Okay,
girl.
her phone thing. You know who her phone thing reminded me of?
Who?
Danielle from Seeking Sister Wives when she did that
Mm,
video in the closet.
yes.
It gave me the same vibe. Like, oof, these do not turn out
Yes, it
well.
is cringe-worthy what she does. Uh, she does not let him talk. That is so true. About the book she was reading. Yep, it was nonsense. She doesn't seem like someone that just became this way after her marriage. Everything is so one-sided to her. Yeah.
Everything is a problem.
Mm-hmm. She'll never be happy. Never. Um, so the couples get envelopes. Jamie and Dave, they start asking each other questions. Jamie has sex in the zoo with birds cackling over her. Um, Ree and Jeff, they get the challenge to look deeply in each other's eyes for 3 minutes, and then they have to snog for 3 minutes. I still don't see any sparks. Next, we see Jamie heading over to Karina's house to gossip about what happened in the boys' workshop. And of course, it's all about Jackie. Um, they're, concerned about the crazy eyes comment because Jackie had an adverse reaction to it when it was said in the commitment couch. So I think the girls are like concerned about that and the comment about the BJs. Um, I think that those two are going to try to challenge at the dinner party. And the episode ends. And then we go to, let's see, episode 12. And this is where everyone's getting ready for the dinner party. This is where all of the trash gets served up so that the experts can call them out on it on the commitment ceremony in the following episode.
Right.
Oh my God. And this is when my opinion changed about Morena. In that scene where they're getting ready, she's in pink. She's over him, domineering over him. He's sitting down, kind of slouching and scared. And she's like, what did he say? He came
He's,
back.
he's over kind of matching pink on pink. And he's all like,
Yep.
he's all like, you really good. She's all, thank you, Tony. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, she did the standing up when he asked her to sit down to have a conversation about when he came home. Remember
Yep.
that
Yep.
she's in her mind, she's going to always have the upper hand if she can.
Yes. But did you notice what she said? She was putting on her blusher or something like that. And he was like, "What do you think's going to happen tonight?" She goes, "Oh, I think that they're going to call us out." And he's like, "Huh?" She wants to make herself top dog on this show. She want to be the show pig at the dinner parties. But nobody care about you. You ain't even up to
Right.
date on the gossip. You going
Exactly.
into this and you don't even know that we got crazy eyes and BJs on the table, and all you want to talk about is how I
Your
don't
book.
even know.
Your book.
Yes, it's
Okay.
just so mind numbing.
Think about it like this though. Go back to Cam and Jules. As we all love Cam and Jules, right? They stayed up on the gossip.
Yes,
They stayed well
but you
aware
know
what was
why they
going
did
on.
that? You know why they did that? To make sure
It's
that they wasn't in the gossip.
that too.
Oh my God. So then we see Sierra. She's worrying that her and Billy might stay in the friend zone too long, and that they might not ever get out of the friend zone. We see Athena, and she has concerns about whether they're going to be compatible outside of the experiment.
You won't.
This girl seems to take real long, like she on the slow bus to realization.
Her and
Um,
she would marry.
okay, hold on. I just thought of her in the beginning with her son and daughter. Um, where is this coming from with her? Where's all the patience she has for her son and how sweet Tony was with everyone? Exactly, Tracy. But again, if word on the curb is correct that she found out Tony was still married at their wedding, child, I would be bitter Betty too. Like he would be shitting all day long. He really would. Like I would be pissed about that, but not like how she's doing it though.
Right. You will just be You will just be really really petty. Like giving him the wrong wine or not cooking his pasta the right way. Petty stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're not gonna yell and scream at him on international
No.
TV.
No, I'm not. But he gonna be going to the bathroom a lot, wondering what's going on, getting severely dehydrated, and me just there cooking dinner.
Hmm. And baking a chocolate cake.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. So yeah, she has concerns about this. She says she's showing him that that she cares by doing everything in the house for him, but she's not getting the same thing in return. Really? Okay. We see Jamie doing tarot cards and just reading the absolute obvious, but good on her. She's quirky. Dave seems to be very, very angry at what Ryan said. we need to put a pin in that because I wonder why that's upsetting him so much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jeff and Rhea are talking. He's very uncomfortable with the things that Ryan has said about Jackie. And I like that he said that because he's a man that doesn't really say much. And Ree is like that as well. I think that they are really staying, back and not getting involved in the mess, but they're going to be looking at everything and taking notes and
Right.
talking about it later. Um, More her than him. But I'm glad that he spoke that way because it adds a checkbox for me with him. Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Next, we go over to Cracker Jack's apartment, and Jackie and Ryan have decided to hit the reset button. They put aside all of their differences to work together to try to make the relationship work. Ryan thinks that they're an open book, and since they've hit the reset button, things are going to go well. And this is where I said this man is clueless. I oh, I think they want to form an alliance, but both of them want to be in charge of it. And if she had, and I agree with Jackie, if she had somebody smarter, and he's very smart, but he's not street smart. And if
No, he's
she
not. He's not.
has some, huh?
He's not. So he's not socially smart. You know what I mean? He does. He does. If you when you watch him in the social setting, he doesn't navigate well. Like now, when he and Jackie are sparring,
Mm-hmm,
he is smart, but it's when they're around other people. She knows. Okay, she knows how to play the game.
mm-hmm,
And let's not forget she's a lawyer. Okay, let's not
mm-hmm,
forget that. He does not pick up on the cues like when you see how Jackie in the dinner party, right? She was looking around,
mm-hmm.
getting looking for feedback for people's reactions and their body language. He was completely clueless. He was completely focused on himself, where she
See,
was focused on them as a team, as a couple.
I thought with her looking around, I didn't think she was looking at or seeing anyone at all. I really thought that she was processing what the fuck she heard.
I I think it was twofold. I think the first part, yes, she was thinking about what was said, about she was taking it in. But I
Mm-hmm.
think the second part, she was looking around for other people's reactions to what was said.
I think with him at this point, she couldn't give two shits about anybody's reaction.
Oh, when she threw
I
him under the when she threw him under the bus, it was over.
Yeah, like I honestly, like she really thought that she had a deal with him. And
Yes,
I think he thinks that he wins over her because she's a lawyer and he thinks that he has a better argument than the lawyer, right? But
yes,
again, he
agreed.
doesn't read the room because he doesn't. Even his sparring with the other guys when they come to challenge the warrior, he fails. He
Miserably.
fails miserably. And then she has to wind up talking to him like a child. It's so embarrassing. And at this point I don't blame her for holding on to the photo challenge, and here's why. It was something so simple and so basic, and John said it from the beginning. He said, I can't believe that these contestants cannot figure out this photo challenge. It's not about who's prettiest, it's about your emotional intelligence to your partner.
Exactly.
And she has been saying that from the time she walked in. I am former beauty queen. I am educated, and I need to be told that every day.
Right.
And he's disregarded it, saying that he's a warrior. But you also said the warrior protects their woman, and you have done
Mm-hmm.
nothing to protect her. You have harmed her every second of this experiment.
Like to put it bluntly, he's left her vulnerable at every turn.
Oh my God. It's just mind numbing. They better call his ass out. They better call his ass out. Um, let's see. Billy and Sierra, they're talking about dinner party and if Ryan has told Jackie what he said. That's another thing everybody's wondering about. If he went back and told her. But why y'all girls then went and told her? Because fuck that fucking reset button. That would have been in the garbage along with Ryan. He would have been impaled on his own warrior sword. Anyway, the idiots arrive. Jamie and Dave, then Karina and Paul, Rhea and Jeff, Sarah and Billy, Athena and Adrian, Morena and Tony, and then Jackie and Ryan arrive last. Of course, it's set up for them to arrive last because it has to give everybody a chance to talk about them like dirt before they get there.
Exactly.
All the couples are talking about Tony and Morena. And Paul said something interesting. He said he heard arguments out in the hallway between he heard Morena yelling out in the hallway. And I think they asked Tony about it, and Tony kind of covers up for her, which is so nice considering how she treats him. What did he say? He says that they're leveling out. It's been up and down, but they're leveling out. And I thought that was nice. Because that's not how I would have described it. But okay,
Right.
Tony. Maybe after the whole weekend away from her with your second wife and your dog, you got some perspective.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Could that be what she's mad about? Who other girl goes home every weekend? Blah blah. Was she trying to tell people that he was going home to his second wife?
I don't know, but I threw that in there because I'm like, well, she said that he had friends in Sydney and she doesn't. But maybe if you knew how to fucking behave, somebody would take you out in public, Morena. This show make me curse. I'm sorry, y'all. I've had a rough week. So we see the women talking about what Ryan said at the workshop and how their husbands reacted to what he said. Let's see. The guys are talking, and they're basically saying they don't like how Ryan spoke about Jackie. I think Dave had a good point. He was like, I don't even know her, and I shouldn't know that about her. And I was like,
Agreed.
spot on. Spot on. The girls asked Jackie if they've been intimate, and she says no. And of course, Jamie. So not even any mouth and penis action.
That's what Sierra. That was Sierra.
That was Sierra.
Hilarious.
I swear it was
That was
Jamie.
Sierra.
And so she's like, no. Jackie's saying no, and I was like, oh, I think you are.
Yes,
But you just
agreed.
don't want them to know.
But I'll tell you why I think that way once you get to the dinner party part, the part.
Mm-hmm. So the girls have their information. They think Jackie's not done anything with him. So Ryan's lying.
Right.
And so then we hear ding 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 ding. Your dinner is served. And all the couples go in and they start off nicely asking Ryan and Jackie about their intimacy week. And they go off on this life is rosy diatribe. And I think Billy is the first one who broke and said, did Ryan tell you about the crazy eyes, that you have crazy eyes? And she starts making a joke about it. And Billy's like, I don't think that's funny. And I don't know why somebody didn't pick up, like, say something about her reaction to it on the last commitment ceremony. She didn't like it.
Right.
And then Ryan steps in, and this is where he lost a point for me, and says, honestly, this is something that someone else said. Jake said it first, and we've turned it into a joke. So it's a fun thing between us. Bitch, no. So this tells me he went home and said that she was crazy, that she had crazy eyes, but he ain't bothered to tell her the second part.
Of course.
But she was doing an admirable job of picking up for him. She really was. She was doing like 150% of making light of that foolishness. And for a woman who values herself by her brains and her beauty to then joke about having crazy eyes, I thought that took a lot out of her.
Yes.
Um then Dave comes in and says about the comment, the other comment that he made about the BJs. And I think Ryan was like, in what context? I was like, bitch, if you don't sit your ass down.
Context. That was good.
In what context? Like head on penis context. And that's when she kind of freezes at the table, and the irises are opened up wide, the eyeballs are shifting left to right, and she's processing, and Dave is like, no go for me. Billy is saying the same thing. Ryan, not Ryan, Paul comes in at one point. I think that's later on, where I was so confused between what he was saying. He needs to stop. Um, but she then turns to Ryan and says, I do agree with him. I don't think you should be speaking badly about me behind my back. And he goes, he didn't even say sorry.
No.
He just said like agreed or something like that. And she says,
The
moving forward, you're going to tell me that I'm the most beautiful girl in the world.
amazing person.
Yes, like she went back into that. And I don't think his response was good enough because it devolves into the photo challenge. She is wigging the fuck out, and it's just a whole mess. And she gets into this is where Paul, no, Karina asks him if he has siblings. And she's like, how would you rank your sister amongst all these women here? And he's like, that's not the proper context. She is just so done with him. She is just so done with him. She says, we've had the argument 5 times. I am so sick of this. She gets up, she walks out. Two of the
Okay.
women go after her.
Athena
Mhm.
and it was Athena and who else? Was it Sierra or
I
was it
think it might
Karina?
have been Sierra.
It was Sierra or Karina. I want to go back to Jackie. Here's where Jackie has a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan did not lie, and here's why. She never once said that's not true. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
told on herself. What she's really pissed at Ryan about is because she sat there and was protecting him and all that stuff, and he left her vulnerable and really did step up to the plate to protect her and say, hey, you know what? I was very out of pocket for what I said about my wife, true or not. I shouldn't have said it. Babe, I'm sorry. I will never do that again. At every single turn, he's left her defenseless.
Yeah, he has. And where is the warrior? Did he miss that class? Have a good night, Stephen. Oh, night, Stephen. Oh,
But then again, this is not a devil's advocate thing, but I'm looking, but then I'm also looking at Jackie like, Jackie, you don't respect this man. You think he's kind of an idiot. Why
that's what
are
she
you
called him. She said, he's not what I asked for. I asked for somebody intelligent.
okay? Why are you giving BJ's to someone you don't respect? I'm just saying.
I don't know. Maybe
Right?
she was trying to suck what little sense he had left out of him. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm like, that's not. No, but okay, but yeah, but in my opinion, she lied to the girls. Ryan told no lies, but Ryan was very crass with what he said, and he put his wife there. He put his wife out there on Front Street, like, oh, she a hoe. and that's probably how she's processing it.
Well, it goes to show you he has no respect for her if that's how he talks about her so
Yes,
base in front of like people who aren't even his friends. He
exactly.
don't know these people, you know, and she's there trying to negotiate these deals with him to
I'll take
reset.
mm,
Oh, it's just
I'll
sad.
take it. I'll take it a step further. He said it in front of a group of men who aren't his friends, and in front of another woman. So that just
Yes.
tells you how much he just oof oof.
Well, I told you, I said, I don't think he respects women at all. At all. But anyway, let somebody say that about his mom or his sister. Let's see what he would do. Where's the warrior? So she goes away. She comes back. Um, and she comes back as if nothing happened. Like, what happened in the bathroom? I know I couldn't do it. I don't have patience for that. Um, excuse me. Then they go to Paul and Karina, and they want to hear like there has to be something going on with you two. It can't be all wine and roses. And she says that he leaves like clothing in the bathroom or something like that, and everybody's like, "Oh, shut up." Um, Ree and Jeff. It seems like they're coming along well. Intimacy week was good for them because I think they had the most real task. I think it was the most genuine and it was the most intimate and it was the most um, relationship building task. I think they got it. Out of all of the seasons that I've seen this show, I think that this was the first time that they showed a couple who actually got the task. They're boring, but good on them. Oh my God. Um, Then we hear Morena because we realize that she's the only person at this table who do not know what's going on. She's not in the gossip. So then she starts. She's at the top end of the table. She is yelling down to the other end where Ryan is, screaming at Ryan that she wants to tell him that as a 57-year-old that you don't do that. Did anybody ask?
Right.
Anybody? Anybody? She jumps in on that, and you know she's got a bee in her bonnet around about Paul, and then Paul brings up, "I heard you yelling out in the hallway. Who told him to do that?" Because she was pissed at him because he didn't talk to her initially, and then he insulted her by calling her Senora, where she prefers the term Signorina. And he didn't even know she's built up all this animosity against him. And she's like, "Listen here, little boy, I got a bone to pick with you." And I'm like, I would have a sour stomach having dinner with her. Nothing would go down properly. She is the worst thing ever. And so he says that he heard her out in the hallway screaming, and she says, "When? Prove it. Never happened. Never happened." Bitch, you didn't have to be out in the hallway at the level that you're at. You're probably inside the house and they heard you. um but I thought that she didn't show very well at that point at all. I think she should go home.
Mm-hmm.
I think she
She can
should
go
go
now.
home. um they they say that her communication is combative and aggressive and she doesn't back down. Tony says that Morena is always talking over him. So he just shuts down. And Morena says that Tony doesn't value a human being and she doesn't deserve the whole table coming at her with advice. But he lets go and says, I'm not the most romantic guy, but I show my love in other ways. I bought 5 airline tickets to bring your kids down here to see you. I bring you coffee. I go out and I buy coffee and I bring it for you every morning. This bitch says, yeah, you do. Yeah, you did. Never once said thank you.
Right?
Never once said
And
thank
no,
you.
she said you're only doing it because of how you treated me.
No, he's trying to do it. He's trying to be in this relationship. You treat him like shit on the bottom of your shoe. You take out everything on this man that you couldn't take out on your husband. And this is why nobody was in your fucking bed for 7 years because your pussy is sour. She is a bitter old crab. Like my dick is shrinking listening to her. I'm sorry, Morena, you have done yourself a disservice. I don't know how anybody is going to date you after this. And you know what? Tony could have 16, bless you, could have 16 wives, legal marriages. And I will root for him every fucking day. I feel bad for Tony. Once he said that he bought those because you know I love a man buying an airplane ticket. He bought those airplane tickets for her kids to come down there. Yes, she did call Paul a little boy. She did. She called him a little boy. She's just dis fucking respectful, but yet she wants the respect due to an elder. But when you behave like that, this younger generation ain't gonna fucking respect you. Like I'm gonna sit there and I'm just gonna ignore you, but these little young whippersnappers around here gonna call you out and bitch slap you. Well, at least in America. I don't know about Australia. But she was revolting. Her behavior was revolting. And for someone who's always calling out, as a 57-year-old woman, like, act like one.
Exactly.
Show some decorum. Show some manners, some respect for yourself. Ooh, she's too much. Tony seems like he was trying to do all that for her. Yep. I
Everything.
just can't. I can't. And then she got the balls to get up at the end of it and go, let's cheers to Tony in such a condescending and disrespectful way. She just adds layer upon layer upon layer of disrespect. And it's regrettable that she doesn't know better.
Agreed.
Oh, Marsha E, she look older than 57. Chill. I agree with you. So next we focusing on Athena and Adrian. This one's for you. This one is for you, Jamal. I can't.
I, like I said, I don't care about them. I don't because she's made misstep after misstep after misstep.
But can we
So
give her a little grace because it seems she's coming out of the fog?
she is, but for me, it's a little late because if you and I say that okay, she's been harping on the same issues all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're at this point, I'm tired of hearing about the same issues, and you
But
still
I,
there.
I was glad that she sat down at the table in front of her peers and she voiced what he is ignoring in the house. She said they've had a few challenges this week. They have amazing chemistry, but she's not sure if they can fit into each other's lives outside of the experiment. And she lives in the future because she's a mom and she has to date as a mom first, and figure out whether or not he would fit into her life. But then Paul jumps in and he says, I was talking to Adrian, and Adrian told me that, he would move to where you're at and he would raise your child as if he was your own. Didn't you say that to me, Adrian? And Adrian said, no, I didn't say that.
I screamed at that one. I screamed. I was like, "Well, you're that with Paul. Just keep your mouth shut, Paul. Keep your mouth shut."
For real. Stay out of it. And then like she's confused by this because he's telling other people's stuff differently, like, and she's thinking back to on the couch last week what he said, which I was confused by because it made sense. And now this week the whole reversal. No, I ain't say that. And then he shuts her down, and then he gets up and goes to the other side of the table to get away from her. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. But this is what it takes to open her eyes. Some people are slower on the giddy up. She's the slowest I've seen, but some people are slower than others. And she's really I think it's coming into better focus with her. And like I said, I think they have cut out the intimacy because there's
Mm-hmm.
little things that have changed with how she is interacting with him or not interacting with him, how she's dressing differently. And basically she's fighting back more, but she better be careful with that because he gives me red flags. He really does. Um, then he picks up and he goes and he sits next to who? Sierra. And then we see Sierra saying something at the table like she's had one too many drinks. I spend most of my days with Adrian. Say what now?
No, well, she still was. I haven't even talked to Billy today. I spend most of my day with Adrian. Like, oops.
Uh-huh. And then when did they install under the table cameras?
Right.
When did they do that? These bitches playing almost footsie under the table, and then she's pursing her lips towards somebody. The editing is foul. But then the camera turns to Athena, who seems to be looking down the table in misery at the sight of her husband away from her and with another woman. The cheating scandal has started already, y'all. This is early. This is early. Episode 12, Jamal. Jesus Christ.
Like I told you, yesterday after the show. You know, this is only this is only episode 12. We got like 30 more episodes to go.
This is the third week of this show, Jamal.
No.
And this is why I like it. It moves fast. We get 4 episodes a week. This is awesome. And the trash just never gets collected. It's just always there, just stinking worse and worse with each episode. Um, this I cannot wait for the commitment ceremony on Sunday. I cannot wait for the commitment ceremony. Like things have to be said. And what are the experts saying about the footsie camera?
Exactly.
Are they going to call it out or are they going to like ignore it? Because this episode we really like the experts really weren't engaged, especially towards the end. The experts weren't really engaged. We was just hot and heavy on that dinner party. Ooh. Ooh. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I hope Shillings have something to say. I really do. She need to get her knickers in a twist or something about this. It can't just be John beating up on these people.
Right.
I'm gonna need all of them to come out for this. And watch they don't say nothing about the foot camera.
I mean, you know what? They address things that are seen on the show. So since this is seen, they have to have seen it.
Where did I watch it? Oh, YouTube has been getting pretty good videos. Um, you can go back, just pull up episode season 12, episode 12, and just scroll all the way to the end. And you'll see that they installed a camera under the table to film the footsies. It is genius, Stephen. A footsie camera is genius. Where has this been all my life? I want to install one on like my desk and my dining room table or something like that. This is so good. So good. Oh my God, y'all. Well, that was the episode. That was the episode. Well, the two episodes, 11 and 12. Maths, Australia, season 12, episodes 11 and 12. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on dailymotion.com. Dailymotion also has an app that you can watch it on there as well if that's easier for you on the go. But yeah, these episodes, every single one, like if we get two filler episodes in a season, we've gotten a lot. There's no fillers in this show. Everything is diabolical and everything is a mind fuck. And just sometimes you gotta look at these people and go, where the hell they get them from? Oh my god. Anyway, Jamal, any final thoughts on either of these episodes?
No, they just gonna keep it coming. And think about this, y'all. We only have 7 couples right now, so reinforcements are coming at some point.
Oh yes, but we're gonna get reused ones. Aren't they bringing back Elliot and Lauren?
I think so, and apparently Jamie's ex.
Not, I wonder if it's the one that she had sex with the birds at the zoo.
I don't know, but he's one apparently according to the peoples. He had Jamie. It says on Instagram, Jamie reveals her connection to intruder groom.
Love it, love it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
and apparently Jackie's gone rogue on Instagram as well.
Yes, she has been talking, and I'm here for it. Girl, speak your truth. You a lawyer. You could defend yourself in court against Endamal's shine. You could defend yourself. Okay, thank you. So glad I never caught my man playing footsie with my whole cousin. Oh, Marsha E. That's a blessing. That's a blessing because we wanna stay classy and let the whole cousin go over there. Uh. All right, y'all, let's get out of here because all y'all probably have your Valentine dates ready. Have lots of romance. Don't be like these bums that we're watching on the TV. Be safe this weekend and join us back next week where we'll be doing Thursday and Friday maths exclusively until Sister Wives comes back from their break. Um, any final thoughts,
No,
Jamal?
we are good to go. This is fantastic.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us these past 2 days. We really appreciate it. Thanks to all the new subscribers that we got. We think it's from this math show. Keep subscribing and come and join us in the live chat if you can. Let's see. Let's find some music to take us out of here. Let's do the love song. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.